Hello everyone, my name is ADC Art Attack, and in today's video we're going to be doing a drawing tutorial on Vegeta. Specifically the Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z, not Dragon Ball Super. And there are some slight differences which I'll go over as I'm doing the drawing. And I am doing this live right now, so hi guys. But yeah, there are a few minor details and I'll explain them as I'm doing them. For example, right here, the neck is quite wide. In the traditional, I say traditional, it's sort of like the crossover between traditional to Z style. Yeah, his neck is a little bit wider. And another example would be his eyebrows as well are actually a little bit bushier than in Dragon Ball Super. But yeah, bet you didn't know that. Or you did know it. It's not an interesting fact anyway. Regardless. So I'm going to be drawing this as if I was doing it. It's going to be a tutorial based on visual things. So you're going to learn by watching me do this. Because I could do a tutorial where I tell you exactly what to do and how to do it and when to do it and blah blah blah. But that would just be boring. And to be honest, I'll probably make a mistake, and I'm not a teacher, so at some point I'll make a mistake and I'll get angry and I'll stop a video and I'll start another video. It's just pointless. Maybe we'll just do it an organic video. We're gonna do something that this is how I draw him. This is what I do to get there. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't work, then I'm gonna be quite upset. But no, yeah, just enjoy watching this, I guess, and I will talk over this because I think there are gonna be points to make as we go along. So, yeah. It's kind of a weird head shape he's got going on here, isn't it? But yeah, so when I draw, a key thing to keep in mind when you do these is, because I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're not watching this because you are the best artist. You're watching this because you want to learn how to draw a character. You want to know how to do it and how other people do it and what are the secrets to doing them. Well, the biggest secret I can tell you right now is erasing, for a start. So let an eraser be your friend, right here. Let rough lines be your friend as well. Make a lot of rough lines, because you are gonna need it. Make all of the rough lines you like. No one's judging you, no one's watching it. When you're drawing in your house, in your bedroom, at your dinner table, wherever, no one's judging you, no one's saying, oh, you're doing this wrong. See, look, right here, I've gone so low with this, I'm going to have to erase all of this bottom line. But I find it's much easier, and I've always said this, to draw with something on the paper. And that's why I do my rough lines. And people ask, what kind of rough line should I do? Where should I do a rough line? It doesn't matter. A rough line could be a line. Just do a line on a sheet of paper. It's so much easier to draw with something on a paper rather than a blank canvas. Doesn't matter if it's not relevant to the piece, doesn't matter. Just have something there that you can use as reference for distance apart, for anything. Just something that gives you a key point of reference which you can, if you're using an actual reference like I'm using here, you can use key points so I can say, well, this dot is probably the same size as his little mark here. So then I can judge how much distance I need to make the next one. And then I can judge this one, and that one needs to go there. You see my point? Maybe not. I don't know. Does that make any sense? Probably not. But, hey ho. So, these guys are coming back now. And as you can see, the structure looks a little bit better. He looks more like a, I don't even know what it looks like. A teddy bear? I don't know. It's a bit weird right now. But let's add the neck back in now that we've got some lines in. So this reference I'm using, he's at a bit of an angle. So that may have been what threw me here, actually, when I did the neck. I didn't notice that prior. His body's at a bit of an angle, his head's straight on. So there you go, made a little mistake, but that's why we do rough lines. As for this one, you can mess around and do the rest of the bodies. I do like to do this, so I'm just going to do it the way I do it. I start to do the body pretty early on, before I finish the rest. No reason why, I just enjoy doing it, so not that I enjoy doing bodies. I don't know, right? I just do this. And once again, rough. I mean, I'm going to drill that into your brains. If you're watching this and you intend to sit here for the whole it's probably only going to be a 10-minute video, I don't know. But if you intend to sit here, you're going to hear me tell you to do rough a lot, because that's what it's supposed to be. And then the details come after, when you've got your base. Alright, so the neck. And as you can see, the Dragon Ball, the Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z is a lot broader than the Vegeta from Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super, he's a very sleek build, and I don't like it because the proportions are, dare I critique someone else's work, pretty shit. The body is off in so many areas. Not in every scene, obviously, because it's artwork, so some scenes are different to others. But you know, the basis it's pretty questionable, most of it. Not that I'm fantastic at doing this, but hey. So we sort of got something going here. We don't need to go crazy with this. But you see where I'm going, right? Are we good? Can I wait? Let me just do this bit. I'll go back to the face in a sec. All right, so that's sort of that, right? Remember the chest plates and stuff? They're all here. Yay for chest plates. All right, moving back on. Let's go back to Vegeta. Okay, so where should we go from here? Let's do the ears, I guess. So this ear we're going to bring out here. And we've got a good mark up here. Here goes right up. Pretty high. Big ears. You know, the king of all ears. There you go. One ear's done. The other ear, now remember we are at a bit of an angle, so the other ear is probably in line with the sideburn here. It's a little bit lower. It's a bit difficult to tell actually from this angle I'm sat at. But hell, we're going to do the ear right here. And then so there you go, we've got a couple of ears in there. It's starting to look all right now. It's looking okay, it's looking good. I was about to say comment if you'd like me to finish this, but I'm not live, so yeah. But please take this with a grain of salt, this whole thing. Just look at it and sort of learn from it, but don't do it exact. Find your own way that works best for you. As you can see, the eyes I'm going to have to mess around with a little bit here. But every line helped me get to this point. So now I'm at a good point where it's starting to look a bit more like Vegeta. I'll do some teeth in here. Let's add these eyebrows and things. Let's do this. So this one's going to fall just below the sideburn. By this one I mean the underneath of the eyebrow. Alright, and then the other one's going to come pretty much to the top of that. And yeah, if you're looking here, the eyebrows are a little bit bushier than they are in Dragon Ball Super. And what I mean by bushier is they're just broader on the ends. I guess broader is the word I could be using, but bushier sounds so much better, right? And watch out for curves as well within the eyebrows. They do have subtle curves. For example, this one curves a little bit at the bottom. But there is, yeah, and some of the other examples or references you'll find, there are very subtle curves which do change the expression on the eyebrow. So be aware of them and do keep a lookout on those, because that can really ruin the entire piece if you get those wrong. So we'll get back to the eyes in a second. The ears. Now I have a way of doing the ears which I like doing, and it pretty much does follow the Dragon Ball way actually. So I do the same thing, the little curve here, a little bit just in there, and then the lobe will come here. Now my lobe will go right around, and I'll have this space just there, and like that. And this is how I do ears. I've always done them this way. I will always do them this way. I don't know exactly where I got my ears like this. I mean, it's probably the way ears are supposed to be done or not supposed to be done. I don't know. But that's how I do my ears. So we are getting somewhere good here. We've sort of got our Vegeta. I know it's a bit dark as well. I'm very sorry about that. Let me quickly reduce the whiteness. I think it's reduce the brightness. How's that? That's a little bit better, isn't it? That's good. Alright. So, what would you like to see me do next? Well, I've got to do the eyes, haven't I? Shit. Now, these are always a hit and miss with me. The eyes can always go one way or the other way. So, here you go. Let's, So, you got to watch out on that angle. How high do I want this to go? Good keynote as well. The edge of the eyes tends to follow the same angle as the side of the cheek. So it's a really good thing to remember and keep in mind. And again, keep these things in mind. These small little tips, keep them in mind. The eyebrow, the shape of the eye, the lines that it follows. Keep tiny things in mind and they will definitely help you when you're doing yours. You'll notice these small things and they will impact your artwork. Now, this is the eye I usually have trouble with myself, being a right-handed artist. So, we're gonna... Another point I just had to bring up as well. I know I'm bringing up a lot of points, but I hope I'm helping you. This eye, usually they fall in line with this. So it would be... the edge of the eye would be at the angle where it would meet the corner of the eyebrow, which I find in pretty much most, if not all, of the pieces I do. However, this one seems to be a bit of an exception, and there are minor exceptions, but keep a lookout for that and see if you can find your exception, or, you know, it might just be of worth to look at, just to keep in the bottom of your mind, or the back of your mind, or the front of your mind, or somewhere in your head. Keep it in there, and it'll be good for you. Honestly, it will actually help you, I promise. Now, the pupil, this is always fun. So we want to kind of get this one lined up, and without making him look too cross-eyed, it's a little bit off, isn't it? Oh, if you're wondering about this eraser, because I know a lot of people like it, it's just a Derwent electric razor, so yeah, get that razor. Eraser? Eraser. You know what? I have no idea what I'm doing with these eyes. So as you can see, I do have problems with the eyes. And it's always the pupil that causes the problem. But this is why you should never be afraid to use the eraser. I just can't do it. Maybe it's just one. Oh, this is awkward. Hey, drawing tutorial. Get the eye right. You know what? That's good for now. That'll do for now. We'll come back to that. Let's get on with the rest of this. So, the hair. To really bring the character up. I always start with the sides here, because they are the parts to start. And now let's pick a side and we'll go up. Use the ears as the reference so you know just how high to go up with each strand. Use the shadows as well so you know which one is in front, which one's behind. So it's starting to look alright. Now this one's behind. Now, just looking alright, isn't it? And as for the other one, Okay, well, you know what, guys? I guess here's a good part for me to just leave this. Hopefully, this little tutorial here has helped you. I know it's a bit of a long video, but yeah, I hope that this has helped you in some way. And regarding the hair, there's nothing I can really tell you other than use everything that you've got on the paper right now as a reference to get the shapes, the sizes of each spike of his hair, to get them accurate. Use what you've got on the paper already, and then at the end go over these markings and just make it all nice, neat and tidy. Go over it in pen, go over it in a colour pencil, erase all of the guidelines, and there you go, you got yourself a Vegeta. So I hope this helped you. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm very sorry it's quite a short, well, it's not a short video, it's a bit of a basic tutorial. However, I just wanted to get something out there quickly and see if it helps anyone. If you do enjoy it, please leave a like, and please let me know if you'd like to see more tutorials, in-depth ones, or whatever in the future. Okay, so thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.